Hello, I'm Shai and welcome to the Shai Creative. In this video, I'm going to share with you why I won't draw what's popular. I have friends who draw anime and I love seeing the journey that they're on, but it's not for me, it's not my thing. And you know what? That's okay. But the reason I won't create or draw what's popular is because I need to enjoy the process. Because the process itself takes time. Creating takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a 5-minute thing when I sit down to do my artwork, when I sit down to write my book. It's not a matter of moments and it's all done. It's hours and days and weeks of my life that I'm committing to something. I'm putting that time and effort in there. So if I don't create something that I enjoy, then for me it just feels like I'm wasting that energy and that enjoyment. I'll just not enjoy it. I really want to be able to enjoy the process. Being an artist, being a creative is an amazing and wonderful experience. It really is. Ask anybody you know who is a creative, whether they do music, whether they paint, whether they're a dancer, ask them what that feels like. Yes, it has its challenges, but it's flipping fantastic. Just creating, it's something that you can lose yourself in when you want to escape the real world. You've got your creativity, you've got your art, and it really is a blessing. I love it. I absolutely love it. I had a friend who was so good at doing pet portraits, and I mean amazing. Her work was stunning. But that reached a point for her where actually she literally just stopped enjoying it. She used pastels and it was so good. I'd never seen it before actually until I came across her. That was a good few years ago. And actually her work was stunning. But one of the last times I saw her, it was a case of I wish never to draw another pet portrait again, ever. As a creative, you really don't want to reach that point. You want to enjoy what you're doing, what you're creating. Another reason why I won't draw or create what's popular is because I'll never stick to it. There's no point in me starting something that I'm never going to stick to because I'm not interested, I am completely bored, I have no enthusiasm for it, and quite frankly, I really don't care either way. I really do not want to do something that I'm just not going to stick to. It's already a challenge to develop new habits. Like I've said in previous videos, I get up at about 4:30 in the morning. That wasn't an overnight thing. That took a while to really maintain. And there are still times when I have to remind myself why I get up early. That's a tough habit to develop. And now it's just got easier and easier. But if I'm creating something that I don't like, and that I have absolutely no interest in, it's never going to get easier and I'm never going to enjoy the process and I'm just never going to stick to it. I'm going to hate every moment and I don't want to end up wishing I was doing something else. So that's another reason why I will not draw what's popular or create what's popular. No. Oh God, no. It's just, I'll never stick to it. Another reason why is because I don't want to become a resentful artist. When you're creating work for other people, you either want to do it or you do it because, okay, it brings the money in and that's great. But even if you're doing it to bring in the money, it's always better if you can to take work for a project that you're going to enjoy, that you can see the vision for, that you think, oh, actually, no, this is good, that you can learn from, that you're happy to get to your desk and to create and to produce and to spend time with, rather than, oh my God, I need to just put off going in that room because I've got to sit down, I've got to carry on with that jacket cover for that book, or oh flipping heck, somebody wants their photo taken or somebody wants their portrait done, they want it in oils and they want to make sure they look amazing, and the 1,001 other things that you can think of when it comes to doing something you really don't want to do. Yeah, it's just, actually, do you know what can I say? It's just not funny, because When you think about going out to work in the conventional sense, so you're going for your, I don't know, I won't even say 9 to 5. I nearly said 9 to 5, but I don't even think that even exists anymore. But you're going out in a conventional sense to work, and you really don't want to be there. You, all those hours of the day, you are with people. Some you might enjoy, others you think, oh, couldn't care less if I don't ever see you again. And then there's your boss. Do you know what? That's bad enough. That really is bad enough. So when you are working at home, doing your thing, creating whatever your creative skill might be, when you're at home doing that, the last thing you want to be doing is creating something you have zero interest in. The other people you're creating for might be enthusiastic and really happy about it, and they're all thrilled. But you're like, oh my God, I've got to face that drawing or that painting, or they want me to make them look like this when they don't look anything like that. You need to do what you enjoy. And I know there are moments when you've just got to bring the money in. But if you can get projects that you actually are interested in, something that you can even learn from, something, even if it's new, you just say, yeah, I think this is great, then brilliant. I don't find doing what's popular is something that makes me thrive. That may sound, but surely you want people to like your work. Do you know what? People either like my work or they won't. Even if you create fan art, something that is popular, someone's going to come along and have something to say about it, that this isn't right, they don't like the colour. There's always going to be something. And quite frankly, I can't be bothered. I really cannot be bothered. I've only got so many hours, minutes, so many heartbeats of my life, and I really don't want to waste it spending time doing something that I really don't like. I have spent enough years of my life, wasted hours, working for employers from hell. I really don't need that in my creative life as well. Finally, one of the reasons I won't create what's popular is because I'm seriously not interested in having my work on social media for likes. It gets really difficult when every time you look on Instagram, let's use Instagram as an example, it gets really difficult when you look on Instagram and everybody's work is perfect. You know they are keeping their ugly art hidden at the back and are not showing you their mistakes. You know, when they drew a head and it looked more like a box than an actual head with proper curves and a chin. You know they got that head shape wrong, but they're not showing you that. They're showing you what's perfect, and we all do it. Most of us do that because we don't want people to see our mistakes. But when you're using social media for your artwork, you're posting on Instagram, you can find that you're posting for likes rather than you've created something that you love, that you enjoy, that you learned from, and that's you. Something that is your work. You're creating something that you really wanted to do. If you look across YouTube, you will find many people have talked about creating artwork, posting it on Instagram, and reaching a point where they've realized they're creating artwork for likes. They're not creating art that makes them thrive, that they enjoy, that is their best. It's all about, I've got to keep churning out. I've got to create what's popular. I've got to make sure that what I do is popular. That is one of the fastest ways to kill your creativity and your ability to thrive as an artist, because your north has changed. It's no longer in the direction you wanted it to go. You're now facing a direction which is taking you down a road that has nothing to do with creating what you enjoy. You're now just creating things that are popular because you want those likes, but there's only so long you're going to be able to keep that up. And there will come a point where you realize that you are just not enjoying being a creative, because now everything you're creating is for Instagram rather than for people who love your work and for the reasons they loved it in the first place. You're no longer creating for your community or people who follow your work, people who enjoy what you do, people who are inspired by your work. I honestly take no notice of algorithms because I can't keep up, quite frankly. So I ain't even going there. I'm not playing that game. And they're always changing. I've got too many other things to be getting on with than to be chasing some algorithm. So creating and drawing what's popular, I'll never stick to it. That's never going to happen. I might be able to do it for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. Actually, in truth, I don't think I'd be able to manage it for that long because I'm not going to enjoy myself. But I will be true to myself and stick to what I enjoy and allow my journey to grow organically rather than pushing and forcing. Because the more you force something, the more resistance that you come across, the harder it becomes. I hope this video has given you food for thought. If you're creating artwork because it's popular, maybe just take a step back and have a look at it and ask yourself, is this really what I want to create? And if it's not, what do you want to create? And even if you're not sure what that might be, do your drawings or your paintings, whatever, go outside, do your landscapes. It really doesn't matter what it is, but do it for you. Start with you, because that is the only place to start. If you are looking out and thinking, well, what do people want? Well, what they want may not be what you have a passion for. And the other thing is, it will show. It just shows. People can't put their finger on it why something doesn't work. It looks amazing, but something's just not, I can't put my finger on it. Something's just not right. It's because there wasn't the love, there wasn't the passion, there wasn't the enthusiasm, there wasn't the excitement. So think about your artwork, think about what you're creating, think about why you're creating it. And if you think that you're creating work for likes, or you're creating this because it's popular, but your heart's not in it, maybe bring yourself back to your north and start with where you want to be. And you will find that your artwork will develop and will be a better quality because you enjoy it. Because we do better at what we enjoy than the things we hate. There comes a point where the popularity will change, fashion changes, ideas change, things that people like changes, even artwork changes regularly. So don't follow or chase the likes. Be true to yourself. It's the only way you are going to grow and thrive and enjoy what you're doing. There are so many things that we do in life that we have to do, that we don't have a choice about, that we don't enjoy. Don't make creating art, don't make your creativity become one of those things. I'm Denver Shai. If I've encouraged you to think about your art, if I've inspired you in any way, do hit the like button, do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.